Most people spend their whole lives working for money, but never really learn about money. They wake up, rush to work, come home tired, pay bills, and repeat the same cycle year after year. They follow the rules they were taught as children: go to school, get a job, save a little, and hope everything works out in the end. But deep inside, many people feel that something is missing, because that is not how real financial freedom is created. Today, we're going to walk through 12 powerful rules that explain how money really works. These rules are simple, clear, and life-changing if you take them seriously and actually use them. By the end, you won't just work for money anymore. You'll start making money work for you. And one more thing, if you want more lessons like this, real English, real life, and real money wisdom, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you never miss the next lesson. Your future self will thank you. Let's begin. Rule 1. Money is a tool, not the goal. Many people grow up thinking that the main goal in life is to become rich. They dream of the big house, the fancy cars, the luxury holidays, the designer clothes, and a huge number in their bank account. Movies show it. Social media shows it. Sometimes, even the people around us repeat it. If I had more money, I'd finally be happy. So we start to believe it. We start to think that money itself is the destination. But money by itself is just a tool. Think of a hammer. Nobody falls in love with a hammer. You don't put it in a glass box and stare at it all day. You use it to build something. A table, a house, a shelter, a safe place. The hammer is not the dream. The hammer is what helps you build the dream. Money is the same. On its own, it is just paper, metal, or numbers on a screen. It doesn't hug you. It doesn't say I love you. It doesn't give you meaning, purpose, or peace. What makes money powerful is how you use it. You can use money to buy empty status things that look good on the outside, but leave you feeling hollow on the inside. Or you can use money to build a life that actually matters to you. Money can pay for education that opens new doors. It can give your parents comfort after years of struggle. It can help your children grow without the stress you faced. It can give you time to travel, to learn, to explore, to give, to create. Money used wisely is a servant that helps you build a meaningful life. But when money becomes the master, everything breaks. If you make money the only goal, you may end up chasing it forever. You might sacrifice your health, your relationships, your values, and still feel empty when you finally get that big paycheck. Because happiness does not come from money. It comes from meaning. Money is simply one of the tools that helps you support that meaning. So instead of asking, how can I get more money? Start asking, what do I truly want to build with money? Do you want to build a peaceful life, a strong future, a better world for your family? Then let money serve that vision. Save with a purpose, not just from fear. Spend with intention, not just from impulse. Invest with a plan, not just because someone else is doing it. Don't just collect money like trophies. Use it to create something bigger than yourself. When you do this, something amazing happens. You stop chasing money blindly. You stop comparing yourself to everyone online. You stop making decisions out of panic or envy. You start thinking like a builder, not just a consumer. And that is where real wealth truly begins, not just in your bank account, but in your mind, your heart, and your life. Remember this line: money is not the destination. Money is the vehicle. You are the driver. So decide clearly where you want to go. Rule 2: learn before you earn. In today's fast world, many people want success to happen instantly. They want to earn a lot of money right now. They see someone online driving a luxury car or living in a big house and think, I want that too, immediately. But there is a hard truth that most people ignore. If you earn before you learn, you will probably lose it. Getting money is not the hardest part. Many people at some point in life touch a large amount of money, a big bonus, a sudden business success, a sports contract, a lucky trade, even lottery winnings, or an inheritance. Yet there are countless stories of people who had big money, and just a few years later, they were completely broke. Why does that happen? It's not just bad luck. It's because they didn't know how to handle money once it arrived. The money came into untrained hands. They never learned how to budget. They never learned how to control spending. They never learned how taxes, debt, or investing really work. So the money flowed in and flowed out just as fast. That's why education must come before income. You need strong roots before you grow a tall financial tree. Without deep roots, without knowledge, even a small storm can knock the whole tree down. So what should you learn? You need to learn the basic language of money, things like how to save wisely, how to create and follow a simple budget, how to invest in basic safe ways, how taxes affect your income, how to avoid debt traps, like high-interest credit cards or payday loans. These skills are more powerful than a single big paycheck. A person who earns a small salary but uses money wisely is often safer than someone who earns a high salary but wastes it all. Start small. Pick up one book about money. Watch educational videos instead of random ones. Follow people who teach, not just show off. Ask questions. Learn how a savings account works. Learn what an index fund is. Learn what an emergency fund is. Learn how to set simple financial goals. You don't have to become a financial expert in 1 week. Just move one step at a time. While others are chasing fast money, you are building a strong foundation. Remember, this slow learning leads to strong earning. When the money does come, and it will, if you keep learning and taking action, you will be ready. You will know how to protect it. You will know how to grow it. You will know how to use it to support your life instead of destroy your peace. Knowledge is the real currency. It never loses value. The more you learn about money, the more powerful your decisions become. So don't be in a hurry to earn. Be in a hurry to learn. And by the way, if this video is helping you so far, pause for a second, hit the like button, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. You never know, one simple click could change someone's financial future. Rule 3. Save like a poor person. Invest like a rich person. Most of us grew up hearing the same advice: save your money. And yes, saving is important, but saving alone is not enough to build real wealth. Poor thinking says spend everything. Middle-class thinking says save what's left. Rich thinking says save first, then invest what you save. That's the difference. Imagine you earn $100. A poor mindset spends all $100, bills, food, entertainment, and by the end of the week, there is nothing left. The money had no chance to grow. A rich mindset says, I will save part of this $100 no matter what. Then, instead of letting that money just sit there forever, they invest a portion of it into something that can grow, like a simple index fund, a small business, or their own education and skills. Think of savings as seeds. If you keep seeds in your pocket, they stay seeds. They never become food, never become trees. But if you plant them, water them, and wait, they turn into something much bigger. Saving is like keeping the seeds safe. Investing is like putting those seeds into the ground so they can multiply. If you only save and never invest, your money stays small. And over time, inflation slowly eats away its value. Your money becomes weaker without you seeing it. So how do you start? Begin with a simple rule: pay yourself first. Every time you earn money, take at least 10% and save it before you spend anything else. If you earn $100, save $10. If you earn $1,000, save $100. The amount is less important than the habit. Consistency is what changes your future. Over time, your savings will grow. Then you can begin to learn about basic investing things like index funds, mutual funds, or other simple long-term investments. You don't have to pick complicated stocks or chase quick profits. You just need to put your money where it can work for you quietly and steadily. Remember, banks are good for safety and short-term needs, but they usually don't grow your money very much. If all your money sits in a low-interest account forever, you are protecting it, but not multiplying it. Save like someone who knows what it's like to have nothing. Be disciplined. Be careful. But invest like someone who plans to build something great. Think long-term. Be patient. Saving gives you security. Investing gives you freedom. When you do both, you build a life that does not depend on luck on the government or on someone else's help. It depends on your own discipline and choices. Start now. Start small, but start smart. Rule 4. Know the difference between assets and liabilities. If there is one idea that separates the wealthy from everyone else, it is this: understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and then choosing assets. An asset is anything that brings money into your pocket. A liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. It sounds simple, but many people never truly apply it. Real assets might be a rental property that pays you every month, a profitable business, stocks that give you dividends, or even a skill that lets you earn more money. These things add to your financial life. They either give you income now or increase your earning power for the future. Liabilities, on the other hand, drain your money. They may look good, they may feel exciting, but they silently pull cash out of your pocket month after month. A car, for example, is usually a liability. It requires fuel maintenance, repairs, insurance, taxes, and every year its value drops. Unless that car is used to generate income, it is not helping you financially. The same goes for expensive phones, designer clothes, and large homes that are just for show and not for income. They may impress people, but they do not impress your bank account. The problem is many people confuse liabilities with assets. They think, I bought something expensive, so I must be richer now. But if that thing is taking money from you instead of giving money to you, it is not an asset. It is a beautiful burden. Poor and middle-class people often fill their lives with liabilities. They reward themselves with things that look rich but make them stay stuck. Rich people focus on collecting assets. They buy things that will generate money or grow in value over time. The goal is not just to work for money. The goal is for your assets to start working for you. Before every big purchase, ask yourself one simple question: will this put money into my pocket or take money out? If it puts money in, it is probably an asset. If it takes money out, it is probably a liability. Be honest with yourself. Don't let ego decide. Don't buy something just to impress people who don't even care about you. Ask, could this money be used to buy or build an asset instead? Make it your mission to collect assets and reduce liabilities. It may not look flashy on the outside, but quietly in the background, your financial life will start to transform. Assets feed you. Liabilities bleed you. Choose wisely. Rule 5. Work to learn, not just to earn. Most people see a job as a simple trade. I give you my time, you give me money. That's it. They go to work, wait for payday, pay their bills, complain about their boss, and feel stuck. But the smartest people see something else hidden inside every job lessons. They don't just ask, how much does this job pay? They also ask, what can this job teach me? Because salary ends when you stop working. Skills stay with you for life. Even the most basic job can teach you something valuable if you pay attention. Working at a small store can show you how customers think, how to solve problems quickly, how to stay calm when people are angry, how money moves in and out of a business. These lessons are priceless if one day you want to start your own business or manage a team. Maybe your job teaches you how to communicate clearly, how to sell, how to lead, how to organize, how to analyze numbers, or how to handle pressure. These are the exact skills that can multiply your income later. In your early years, it can be smarter to choose a job that helps you grow than a job that just pays slightly more. A high salary without learning is like a big meal that does not nourish you. You feel full for a moment, but you are still weak inside. Think of your career like a video game. Every new skill you gain is like a power-up. Negotiation, sales, communication, leadership, problem solving, public speaking, marketing, coding, design. Each skill makes you harder to replace and easier to reward. One day you might lose your job, your business, or your savings. But if you have strong skills, you can rebuild. You can start again. That's why rich people focus so much on personal growth. Their greatest asset is not a stock or a house. It's their mind. So next time you think about your work, don't just ask, "How much am I making?" Ask, "How much am I learning? How much more valuable am I becoming?" Work for money. Yes, but also work for skills, for experience, for growth. Money is temporary. Skills are forever. Rule 6: avoid the trap of lifestyle inflation. Imagine this. You've been working hard, and finally you get a promotion or a job with a higher salary. Suddenly, you're earning much more than before. You feel proud. You feel like you have leveled up in life. So what's the first thing most people do? They upgrade everything. A newer car, a bigger apartment, more restaurant dinners, more online shopping, more rewards because I deserve it. At first, it feels amazing, but slowly, a dangerous pattern appears. Your expenses grow as fast as your income. This is lifestyle inflation. It's a silent killer of financial growth. It makes your life look richer, while your bank account stays as empty as before. Your house looks nicer, but the rent or mortgage is heavier. Your car looks better, but the insurance and maintenance are more expensive. Your weekends are more fun, but your credit card balance keeps climbing. And even though you now earn double, you might still feel broke, stressed, and one emergency away from disaster. The rich think differently. When their income rises, they don't immediately inflate their lifestyle. They don't rush to buy a bigger car just to show success. Instead, they keep their lifestyle simple for as long as possible and use the extra income to save, invest, and build assets. They understand this simple rule. Wealth is not about how much you make. Wealth is about how much you keep and grow. If you always spend everything you earn, you are always close to zero, no matter how big the number on your paycheck is. But if you live below your means, you create a powerful gap, a space where wealth can grow. Living below your means does not mean living miserably. It doesn't mean never enjoying life. It simply means being smart. It means asking yourself, do I really need this upgrade right now? It means choosing peace of mind over momentary pleasure. The reward. You sleep better. You are less afraid of losing your job. You can handle emergencies. You have the freedom to take risks, to change careers, to start a business, to travel, because your expenses are not choking you. So next time your income increases, don't let your ego control your wallet. Celebrate a little, yes. Take your family to a nice dinner maybe, but then decide wisely how much of this new income will go into savings, investments, and assets. Lifestyle inflation keeps you stuck. Smart living sets you free. Rule 7. Money flows to value. Many people still believe they are paid for their time. They think, if I work more hours, I'll earn more money. But the truth is deeper. You are not paid for time alone. You are paid for the value you bring during that time. Imagine two people working 1 hour. One person pushes a broom in a hallway. Another person solves a problem that saves a company $100,000. They both spent 1 hour. But their value in that hour was very different. Money follows value. If you clean one house a day, your income is limited by your own 2 hands. You trade time for money directly. But if you create a system, a team, or a tool that can clean 100 houses a day, your income rises not because you have more hours, but because you multiplied your value. So ask yourself, what skills can I develop that are truly useful and rare? What problems can I solve that are big and important for others? Skills are your tools for creating value. Coding, design, sales, negotiation, leadership, public speaking, marketing, teaching, writing, analysis. These skills help you solve problems for people and businesses. Problems are where money lives. The bigger the problem you can solve, the more people are willing to pay you. If you can save a business time, money, or stress, you are valuable. If you can help people feel safer, healthier, happier, or more successful, you are valuable. Value can come from products, services, ideas, systems, tools, or even art and entertainment. You don't have to start a company to live by this rule. Even as an employee, when you focus on value, when you bring solutions instead of excuses, you become more important to your organization. And important people are the ones who get promoted, trusted, and paid more. In the end, money is attracted to value like a magnet. When you stop asking, how can I make more money? And start asking, how can I create more value? Money starts coming towards you instead of running away. Invest in yourself. Learn deeply. Practice your skills. Solve real problems. Help people. When you become valuable, money becomes a byproduct, not the main chase. Rule 8. Your circle affects your wallet. There is a saying. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is not just about mood or habits. It's also about money. If you spend your days with people who constantly complain about being broke, who spend without thinking, who never save, never invest, and never plan, guess what happens? Their mindset slowly becomes your mindset. You hear things like, it's impossible to get ahead. Life is just about surviving. As soon as I get money, it disappears. And little by little, you begin to believe those words. But if you spend time around people who talk about business growth, investing, and self-improvement, something else happens. You start hearing different conversations. How can we invest smarter? How can we start a side project? How can we reduce our debt and increase our savings? These ideas start to feel normal. Your thinking shifts. You start asking bigger questions and aiming higher. Money is like energy. It moves within groups of people. If you stay around people who waste it, that energy pulls you down. If you stay around people who respect and grow it, that energy pulls you up. This doesn't mean you must cut off everyone in your life. It means you must be aware. You can love your friends and family without copying their bad money habits. You can choose to add new people into your circle, mentors, teachers, positive communities who challenge you to be better. If you do not have wealthy or wise people around you in real life, that's okay. Learn from them through books, videos, podcasts, and online groups. Let them speak into your life through their content. Let your circle be global. Your circle does not have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be full of millionaires. It just needs to push you higher, not pull you lower. Protect your mind. Protect your standards. Surround yourself with people offline or online who are moving in the direction you want to go, because in the long run, your circle will show up in your bank account. Rule 9. Don't depend on one source of income. Most people build their entire life on one paycheck, one job, one company, one position. As long as that job exists, they feel safe. But what happens if the company closes, or the industry changes, or your health makes it hard to keep that job? Many people discover this too late when that one paycheck stops. Their whole life structure shakes. Relying on a single income is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. Rich people think differently. They build multiple streams of income, not always huge, but many. One may come from their main job, another from a side business, another from rental income, another from investments, another from online projects, and so on. If one stream gets weaker, the others still flow. Creating multiple streams doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow. It means you start small and build slowly. You can sell something online. Do freelance work using a skill you already have. Start a small side service in your free time. Rent out a room, a vehicle, or equipment. Build a digital product like a course or an ebook. At first, the extra income might be small, but over time, as you improve, automate, and grow, these small streams can become strong rivers. The goal is not to be busy 247. The goal is to build a safety net and then eventually build freedom. The freedom to choose how you live, where you live, and what you work on. Don't put all your financial life in one basket. Spread your efforts. Plant different seeds. Some will grow slowly, some will grow fast, some might fail, and that's okay. You only need a few good streams to change your life. If you have only one source of income today, let this rule be a gentle alarm. Start thinking of one more source you can begin building this month, even if it's small. Your future self will look back and see this as the moment everything started to change. Rule 10. Practice delayed gratification. We live in a world of now. Now shopping, now delivery, now entertainment, now rewards. Our phones, apps, and advertisements are all designed to make us want things immediately. Don't wait, don't think, just buy it now. But wealthy people learn a powerful opposite skill. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification means choosing a bigger future reward over a small present pleasure. It means saying, I could spend this money today, but I choose to grow it instead. Imagine you have $1,000. You could buy new clothes, go to a fancy restaurant, or upgrade your phone. Those things will feel good today for a moment. Or you could invest that $1,000 into something that grows. In a few years, it could become $2,000, $5,000, or more, depending on how and where you invest it and how long you wait. The difference between the person who spends it now and the person who invests it is not intelligence. It is discipline. Most people lose the money game not because they are stupid, but because they are impatient. They want comfort now. They want excitement now. And in doing so, they sacrifice their future peace. Delayed gratification is like a muscle. At first, it feels painful to say no to yourself. You see a sale and you want to click. You see others posting their new purchases. You feel pressure to keep up. But every time you choose to wait, every time you choose to save or invest instead of impulse buying, that muscle grows stronger. And as it grows, an amazing thing happens. Your confidence increases. You start to trust yourself with money. Small, consistent acts of delayed gratification can create huge results. A little money saved and invested regularly becomes a lot over many years. That is the power of compound interest, your money earning more money again and again. Delayed gratification is not about being miserable. It's not about saying no to joy forever. It's about choosing smarter joy. It's trading the quick, forgettable pleasures for bigger, lasting rewards. The reward of being debt-free. The reward of having an emergency fund. The reward of waking up without financial panic. The reward of retiring earlier or working less. So the next time you want to buy something, pause. Take a deep breath and ask, Is this taking me closer to my financial goals or further away? If it's not helping your future, consider delaying it. Maybe you don't need to buy it at all. Or maybe you can buy it later when your investments have grown more. Wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Those who can wait win. Rule 11. Use money to buy time. If you ask people what is more valuable than money, many will say family, health, or happiness. But all of these are deeply connected to one thing: time. Time is the one resource you can never get back. You can lose money and earn it again. But once time is gone, it's gone forever. So one of the smartest uses of money is to buy back your time. What does that mean? It means using money to reduce tasks that drain you, to free yourself from things that steal your energy and attention but don't add much value. When you free your time, you can use it for things that truly matter. Learning, creating, resting, connecting with loved ones, improving your health, or building your own projects. For example, maybe you're spending hours every week on small tasks you hate, like complicated paperwork or technical problems you don't understand. Hiring an expert to help, even if it costs money, might save you many hours of stress. Those hours can be used to grow your side business, upgrade your skills, or simply rest so you don't burn out. Rich people understand this deeply. They don't try to do everything themselves. They delegate, they automate, they pay others who are better and faster at certain tasks so they can focus on their main strengths. Money spent wisely to buy time can come back to you multiplied in the form of better health, higher income, deeper relationships, and more creativity. This doesn't mean you should throw money at every problem. It means you should ask yourself, what is my time worth? Is this the best way to spend it? If you are trading hours and hours for something that someone else could do faster and better, consider whether paying for help is actually cheaper in the long run. Time is your real life. Protect it. Use money not just to buy things, but to buy back moments, days, and years. Rule 12. Never stop learning about money. The world of money changes quickly. New technologies appear. New financial tools are created. Rules change. Opportunities appear and disappear. What worked perfectly 20 years ago may not be enough today. And what works today may be very different in 10 years. That's why one of the most important rules is simple: never stop learning about money. Many people stop learning once they know how to open a bank account, use a credit card, and maybe invest a little. They think, I know enough. Then years pass, and they wonder why they are still stuck. The most successful people treat financial learning like a lifelong habit. Just like brushing their teeth or exercising, they regularly feed their mind with information about money. This doesn't mean reading heavy textbooks every day. It can be simple: reading one article about money each week, watching educational videos instead of random ones, listening to podcasts about investing, budgeting, or business, joining communities where people share financial tips. Over time, these small pieces of knowledge add up. You start to recognize scams faster. You understand risks better. You spot opportunities earlier. You don't panic when there is economic news because you know what it means. Continuous learning also makes you more confident. When you understand how money works, it stops being something mysterious or frightening. You stop feeling like a victim. You become the driver of your financial life. Knowledge helps you say no when something is too risky. It helps you say yes when an opportunity is truly good. It helps you ask good questions, demand better deals, and protect your future. So make a simple promise to yourself: I will always keep learning about money. Even if it's just a little at a time. Even if life is busy. Even if you sometimes feel tired. Keep going. Your brain is your most powerful asset. The more you upgrade it, the more every other part of your life improves. And if you want a simple way to keep learning with real, clear English and real-life topics, remember to subscribe to this channel. Stay with this community. We are building not only better English but better lives. Final thoughts. Money doesn't change you, it reveals you. At the end of all these rules, there is one more truth. You must remember, money itself is not good or bad. It is a mirror. If you are generous, money will give you more power to be generous. You will be able to help your parents, support your friends, donate to causes you care about, and build opportunities for others. If you are selfish, money will make your selfishness bigger. You will take more, give less, and feel empty even with full pockets. If you are disciplined and careful, money will grow in your hands. If you are careless and impatient, money will slip through your fingers. This is why chasing money alone is dangerous. If you chase money without working on your character, your mindset, and your habits, money can actually make your life worse, not better. So don't just chase money. Chase growth. Chase knowledge. Chase discipline. Build yourself into the kind of person who can handle wealth wisely and kindly. When you focus on becoming better, smarter, calmer, more disciplined, more generous, money becomes easier to manage. You naturally make better decisions. You naturally avoid traps. You naturally build and protect wealth. Then when money comes, you are ready. You don't panic. You don't waste it. You don't destroy your life with it. You guide it, direct it, and use it as the tool it was always meant to be. Now you know the 12 rules that many people never learn. You are not just working for money anymore. You are learning how to let money work for you. If this message touched you, if you found even one idea that you want to use in your life, don't let it stay only in your mind. Take action. Save something today. Learn something today. Start one small change today. And if you want more content like this, simple English, powerful ideas and real tools to change your life, remember to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs hope and guidance. Improve your English, improve your money mindset, improve your life.